All right, so let's start this broadcast with the big story that we're tracking on WION this hour. At least 18 people are reported to have died after a plane crashed during takeoff in Kathmandu at about 11 a.m. local time. The pilot has been rescued and is undergoing treatment. Now, according to reports, the plane at first caught fire after skidding off the runway during takeoff at the Kathmandu airport. It then crashed into a field east of the runway. Now, according to the airport security chief, the plane was carrying 2 crew members and 17 technicians to Pokhara city for maintenance checks when the accident took place. Now, 18 bodies have been pulled out from the crash site and they've been taken to the TU Teaching Hospital in Kathmandu for autopsy. The lone survivor is the pilot of the plane and he was taken to the Kathmandu Medical College Hospital for treatment. The doctors say that he has suffered injuries to his eyes. The firefighters were immediately rushed to the crash site to douse the flames as thick black smoke billowed into the sky. The plane belonged to the local Saurya Airlines, and according to the flight radar 24, Saurya operates domestic flights in Nepal with 2 Bombardier CRJ-200 regional jets, which are both around 20 years old. All right, so this, of course, is the scene of what has happened at the crash site in the airport. 18 people are reported to have died and only 1 individual managed to survive, and that, of course, is the pilot. Now, investigations, of course, are underway to find out what exactly happened. And my colleague Saloni Murarka is, of course, joining us with more details from Kathmandu. Saloni, at this point of time, these are still very initial stages since the accident has taken place. But what is the latest that is happening there? Do we at this point of time know as to what resulted in this crash?
Well, the reason of the crash is still unknown, but we have even spoken to some officials and they have said that Saurya Airlines, the flight that crashed off, the owner of this Saurya Airlines said that the flight was being taken to Pokhara because the flight was seeing some technical problems. But the main question remains, if the flight was already facing some technical issues, why was it being taken to Pokhara with the full of assistants and technical and engineers team? And but this has to be answered by the authorities, why it was being taken to Pokhara for the repairment of this flight. And among these 18 people, one child, 4-year-old kid has also died because one of the engineers was traveling with his family inside the flight, and his wife has also died in the crash, and his child as well, and he himself, of course. But the Nepali Congress leaders have also said that this investigation will continue, but the reason is definitely not known as of now.
Saloni, if I'm picking it up right, are you mentioning that the pilot and also the crew members knew that there was something wrong with the plane and they were taking the plane to another place for the technical checks to be done? Is that the situation in which this crash is taking
exactly.
place?
Yes, the flight was already on a testing mode. It was not being functioning properly, and therefore all the engineers and the technician team were being carried to Pokhara to repair the flight. But however, the officials have failed to answer on why the flight was being taken to Pokhara, as they have all the assistance and whatever infrastructure that they might need here in Kathmandu as well.
Right.
But of course, this is yet to be answered by the authorities. In the past as well, we have seen that, most of the common reasons for the Nepal's aircraft getting into accidents and crashes has always been the most common reason is the lack of infrastructure and the lack of maintaining and the training of the aircraft. Nepal has failed to do that so far.
Right. Now, at this point of time, has the Saurya Airlines given out any statement? Because this is really serious. They were aware that the plane had some technical issues. They were trying to take it to a different location for the technical repair work to be done. And at the time when the plane was about to take off, that is when it has crashed. Has Saurya Airlines come out and given any statement explaining as to why they were trying to fly a plane that clearly had technical problems?
No, not an official statement as of now, but WION spoke to some of the officials from the Saurya Airlines, and they have given this reason why the flight was being taken to Pokhara for the repairment procedures. But definitely this will be one major question while the investigation will be carried out by the Civil Aviation Authority.
Absolutely, indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Saloni Murarka, for joining us and getting us all those details. We'll, of course, come back to you as more details emerge in this story. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.